Hello, everyone. Hi. How are you all doing today? Welcome. Hi. Hi, Heather. Look, I'm blind. I'm trying to get real close so I can see y'all. How's everyone enjoying their Sunday so far? Give a few minutes for some people to get here. Hello, hello. I am on Facebook and Instagram, so if you see me looking that way, I'm just looking at another device. I'm not cross-eyed, I promise. I hope you all are enjoying your Sunday thus far. I've been in the house all day. Hopefully you have been too. If you haven't, that's your business. Let's see. Hi everyone on Facebook. How are you doing today? I'm going to give a few minutes for a few more people to roll in and then we can get started. Okay. Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited. Hello. Hi. I'm excited. I have not been able to physically reach my clients in about 2 months now. So this is my way of being able to do so, reach potential clients, existing clients, people that may never be clients, but need this information. So, hi, Chazia. So I'm excited. Hi, Jess. Oh, speaking of clients, there's one of my clients. Hi. Hi, Jess. Let me see. What time is it? I'm going to give about 2 more minutes before we get started. If you all don't have any, go grab a glass of water. Yes, water. Not wine, water. Let me see something. I said 2 more minutes, but that's a long time. So I'm actually just going to get started. If you all do not know me, my name is Morgan Renee. I'm a licensed esthetician in Baltimore, Maryland, and a lover of all things skin. I have been a licensed esthetician for almost 3 years, and I got into skincare, or got an interest in skincare, back in high school when I realized that I had both eczema and psoriasis, which are both inflammatory disorders of the body that can come out in your skin. I realized that after a while, I was getting these outbursts of inflammation, and they were getting really bad sometimes. Sometimes they would be mild, but especially in warmer climates, they would get really, really bad, to the point where I would have them on my arms and not even be able to move. So with that, I felt like if I was experiencing this, there had to be other people in the world experiencing this, which is my reason for becoming an esthetician to begin with, because the insecurities that I felt when those inflammation moments happen, I knew that other people were feeling those as well. And if I can help them feel better about themselves while doing that for myself as well, I'm here for it. Hi, Shonda. Welcome. So today I teamed up with All Walks of Life in order to just make education and information about skincare a little more accessible. A lot of times people don't know, and it's not for lack of wanting to know, it just is from lack of accessibility. So that's why we teamed up today, and that's why I'm here with you all. So I hope you enjoy. And before I get into the skincare details, I just want to drop a little keyword for today, which is going to be self-care. Again, today's keyword is self-care. Got it? Good. So, the first thing that I'm going to say for all audience members is that you all can feel free to ask questions. I'll see them as we're moving through the live, and at the end, I will definitely answer those questions for you. Also, ask questions, because at the end of the live, we're going to actually raffle off a goodie basket of beauty items to everyone that asks questions today. So ask away. If you have questions, I'm pretty sure I have an answer. So the first thing that I want to get into today for skincare is going to be water. I'm sure you're like, water? What? Water, yes. Water is so important for your skin. It literally is a transportation system to help all of the nutrients, toxins, all those things move through your body and be removed from your body. So if you're not drinking water, which most of us, to be 100% honest, are not drinking the proper amount of water. If you're not drinking the proper amount of water, or any water, let's start with a glass every 2 hours or so, maybe. Or a glass a day. If you don't drink water at all, let's start with a glass a day. Baby steps, right? We want to take baby steps to get into this. Hi, Keisha. We want to take baby steps to get into this, because you're going to be afraid to literally drink a gallon of water if you're not drinking water already. So I encourage you all to, if you are not already doing so, please incorporate water into your daily regimen. And it's not just for your skin, it's for your body as a whole, but it definitely makes a big difference in your skin. So the second thing that I'm going to talk about with you all is aloe vera. Has anyone ever tried aloe vera, be it the gel or the actual leaf? What's funny? No? Has anyone tried aloe? One of these big old leaves here. You can get it at the market. You can get it at farmer's market. I think I got this one from Giant Food. So yeah, it's something that is easily accessible for everyone. Let me see. Anyhowsers, let's get to while I'm explaining the aloe. So aloe is going to be really good for hydration, and it's also going to be really good for soothing. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm someone that deals with eczema and psoriasis, so inflammation is something that I constantly battle with. And I never really know what the triggers are other than heat. It could literally be anything that contacts my skin. So aloe vera is a really good friend to me and can be helpful for any and every skin type. So you can purchase it in this form, which is like an aloe vera gel. And this is 99% aloe vera gel, which means that it has some preservatives in it. But if you just purchase a leaf from the supermarket, it's all natural. It doesn't have any of those preservatives in it. And what you would do is, mine kind of broke already, but I'm going to show you all what I would do to actually use it on my skin. You would just cut a little piece like so. And I don't know if you all can see that, but it has like juice in the middle of it, right? So with that, I'm going to get my handy dandy knife. And yes, I'm cutting towards me. I won't cut myself, I promise. Now, I don't know if you all can see this. Let me get closer. You all see that? It's literally like dripping out. So this is going to be a lifeline for your skin. You can apply it topically to your skin. You can add it to your water. The texture is kind of gooey or it can be thick. So if you're going to add it to water, I would definitely suggest blending it first. And it'll be like a gel that just goes into your water and the consistency won't be as bad. So with this, I don't know if you all can see this, but if you just rub a bit on your hand, well, can you see that? There we go. So if you just rub a bit on your skin, it's like this silky consistency. So I personally use this as a mask. I also will use it to assist when shaving, and a nighttime moisturizer. So you don't have to always buy every single product that you see in the store. You can actually use this as a nighttime moisturizer. Especially in the summertime, I find that this is so helpful because I don't know about y'all, but I get like overwhelmingly hot in the summertime. So this, during the summertime at night, is going to be epic for your skin. Like, amazing. So the way that you would use it is actually cut the top part off, then you get to this. I have a little container here. Get messy over here. So the way that you would do this is to just scoop it out. And you're scooping out the gel. If you want to use the remaining like rougher portion, you can do that as well. I would just say to refrigerate it. But I'm just getting the gel today. And you can feel free to scrape it up. Now the actual aloe vera leaf can sit out, but I would suggest that after you cut it open, whatever juice you get out of it, to refrigerate so that you can have it last longer for your skincare needs, but also because it's going to feel amazing when it's cool. So I'm just going to do another one here. So anyone that missed the first one can see this. I'm just going to scoop it right into here. It literally smells so good. And you can do this with your kids, with, you know, your spouse, your significant other. You can just do this by yourself, whoever you want to do it with. It really is like amazing, and it feels great because it's so calming and cooling. And no matter what your skin type is, whether it be oily, dry, normal, whether you're acne prone, sensitive, aloe is something that can help everyone, which is why I wanted to share it today. So let me see. Okay, we got a good amount of aloe out of the leaf. And this is what's left. So this bad boy here, you can always put in the refrigerator. And then, like, if you get a burn or something, you can just rub it on there. And you still get all the goodness. Oh, also, aloe is really good for burns. So if you get a sunburn, even though I don't know how you're getting a sunburn right now, but if you get one in the future, an aloe plant or this leftover portion of the aloe plant is really helpful for that as well. So now we have some aloe gel. You guys see that goodness in there? We have some aloe gel here. So you can feel free to add a drop of essential oil. A drop of essential oil. And I say that multiple times because essential oils are very strong. And if they are not diluted properly, they can and will burn your skin. So if you don't like the scent of the aloe, feel free to add a drop of your favorite fragrance oil. I'm sorry, essential oil. Hi, guys. Uh-oh, I'm flipping cameras. There we go. To use this after your daily face. Yes, I would use it at night after I wash my face. So I actually have been using it at night after I wash my face because my eczema has been going crazy. Actually, after my shower and I wash my face. So I use it on my body. I use it on my face because my skin has been going insane lately. Which, by the way, if you all are having like abnormal skin situations during this quarantine, that is absolutely okay. It's okay. We are in very unusual times. Your skin is dealing with things that it hasn't encountered before. Stress levels are at an all-time high, and stress does crazy things to the skin. So if you, again, are experiencing anything that you don't typically see in your skin, as I am as well, it's okay. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your skin. Just be patient. Is it okay for combination skin? Yes, it's okay for combination skin as well. So any skin type can use aloe vera. Now, I will say, like anything else, you want to maybe patch test it. I've never heard of anyone having a reaction to aloe, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. So a patch test would just be a little right behind the ear, and you can do that for a few days and see how your skin responds. If that's something that makes you feel more comfortable with it, absolutely. But this would be the end result of the aloe. So I personally put it in the refrigerator, let it get really, really cool. And then when I am doing my nighttime skincare regimen, I cleanse my skin. I double cleanse my skin, and then I tone, use a serum, and I typically use a hydrating serum because my skin is reactive to everything else. So I typically use a hydrating serum, and then after applying that serum, I use the aloe as my moisturizer. Hello, hello, welcome. So after the aloe, my next suggestion is going to be apple cider vinegar. Can you all see that? Apple cider vinegar with the mother. Amazing for your skin. Now, when you see apple cider vinegar in skincare, most people are telling you to use it topically. That I will not do, because I know that the acidity of apple cider vinegar can cause havoc for your skin, like in so many ways when applied topically. So the way that I would suggest introducing apple cider vinegar into your skin health routine is by drinking it. Now, there are multiple ways that you can drink it, but I typically drink it in the morning time with warm water, cinnamon, a little bit of ginger, and honey. And if you are interested in a recipe for that, I will be posting that today. So no worries. You can find that over at Skyn Scents. I'll be posting that later on today if anyone's interested in the recipe for that. But the apple cider vinegar, what it helps to do along with the other ingredients are to just cleanse your body internally. Because when we think of skincare, oftentimes people are just trying to apply things topically to, resolve whatever issues they're having. But that's not really the end of it when it comes to skincare. It's both internal and external. And I always preach this to my clients, because you can apply every topical, product in the book. You can use the same face cream Beyonce is using and still not receive the results that you want to receive because of perhaps your diet or, your lack of a healthy diet or not having enough certain nutrients in your body. So those things all add up. So apple cider vinegar, not applied to your face, but drinking it is a really, 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 really beneficial thing for your skin. Helps to get those toxins out, and we all need to relieve some toxins, okay? So the last but not least suggestion I have today is going to be a scrub. And before I get into the scrub, let me just say that the scrub is not for your face. When it comes to exfoliating your skin, I typically don't suggest using sugar and salt and those type of things on your face. The skin on your body is a little rougher can take a lot more. The skin on your face is very, very, very delicate. So today, we're going to take a little light brown sugar, which is probably in your cabinet somewhere. If you don't have light brown sugar, you can use white sugar, you can use regular brown sugar. This is just what I had on hand today, so this is what I'm going to use for you all. And then we have some olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, you can melt down some coconut oil. You can use jojoba oil, although that's expensive. I wouldn't suggest using that in this because you're going to have to use a lot. But if that's all you have on hand and that's what you want to use, feel free to do so. So today I'm going to use these two and combine them to make a body scrub. Now, our body, especially going into these warmer months coming out of winter, we have been probably not exfoliating as much as we should be. And that's okay, because I too am guilty. But get this scrub and get it together, okay? Hello, hello, hi. Does anybody have any questions? I feel like I'm rambling. So if you all have any questions, feel free. Loosen this bag up. So I make this all the time, and I don't really use a measuring cup to do it. I kind of just play it by ear. So I'm going to take a spoon. And if you have older sugar, especially brown sugar, I find that it clumps very easily. So you may want to take a moment before you try to make this and break it up if you can. If not, you may have to get some new sugar or use just a different sugar. So I use sugar instead of salt because I find that when using salt, it burns my skin. So to alleviate that irritation, because I don't need to add to what I already have, I just refrain from using salt. And it makes sense because sensitive skin, you know, impaired barrier functions, inflammation, none of that stuff mixes well with salt. So here, I put some brown sugar in here, and typically I would make more, but this is just a bit for me to show you all how I make it. Can men exfoliate when they have beards? You sure can, but if you're going to exfoliate with a beard, I would suggest getting one of those like facial brushes because that gets down in there a little more. If you put like a scrub on top of your beard, it's really difficult to get down in there. Beard gang, hashtag beard gang. So this is brown sugar. Can you guys see that? Just a bit, and it's pretty soft. Like, and that's exactly what you want because it's granular enough to exfoliate the skin, but it's also soft enough to not like rip you to shreds. So I am going to add some olive oil, and this is extra virgin olive oil. And I'm just gonna fill this here spoon up with olive oil and add it to my sugar. Also, if you're making a scrub and you don't love the scent of, say, olive oil, because I know people, I'm a person that's really funny about smells, so I can imagine that other people are as well. This one in particular doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, again, you can feel free to add a drop or two of your favorite essential oil. So yum. This is what we're working with after we add the olive oil. And I'm actually going to exfoliate the back of my hand just so you all can see what that looks like. So here's my hand. She's dry and lonely, you know. I'm going to give her some exfoliation today. I also would suggest doing this in the shower because it gets pretty daggone messy, okay? But do this about 3 times a week on your body, and you can just thank me later because your skin is going to be amazing. And it's giving you a really light exfoliation, but getting in there. And you can, like, your legs, your elbows, your kneecaps, your ankles, even your feet. Your feet can join this party too, because I know none of us can go to nail salons right now. So this would be really great for your feet as well. You can exfoliate everything with 2 ingredients. Hi. Yes, Black people really need to wear sunscreen. Everyone needs to wear sunscreen. And I know a lot of times people are like, well, my grandmother didn't wear. Let me explain something. So we live in a world, present day, that is full of pollution and all other types of things. And because of those things, the what am I saying, the barrier function? I can't think right now. The layer that protects us from the sun is getting thinner and thinner. That's what I'm saying, y'all. So because of that, the rays from the sun are even more likely to cause damage, which means that we have to actively protect ourselves from that damage. So SPF, it can, honestly, if you don't wear SPF at all, do at least a 30. I tell people 50 because most people haven't been wearing SPF and they need like that good protection. But if 30 is all that you can find, try 30. Because when we start getting that hyperpigmentation, which is like dark spots, and we're trying to figure out why they won't go away or why they keep getting darker, the lack of protection from the sun is honestly a big part of that reason. Nisir asked you that the other day. Yes, the ozone layer. Thank you for the assistance. The ozone layer. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. The ozone layer is getting thinner and thinner, and because it's getting thinner, we don't have the protection that maybe our grandparents or our parents' generations had, although they too needed to wear sunscreen. But I know a lot of people ask me that, like, well, my grandmother didn't wear sunscreen, so why am I wearing sunscreen? Your grandmother didn't live in the same world that you live in, sweetie. So yes, Nasir, please wear sunscreen. So you guys, I'm over here exfoliating my hands because it's all of my hands now, but it feels amazing. And you can also do this, literally exfoliate every part of your body with this except your face. And let me tell you why not your face. So exfoliants that you use on your face should have cylindrical exfoliants in them if it's a physical exfoliant, excuse me, which just means that the beads in it are round. Sugar, I don't know if you ever touch sugar, but it's not perfectly cylindrical, which means that, like your apricot scrubs, which I don't suggest using either, it can create micro tears in your skin, which leaves your skin susceptible to pollution, to any toxins that are external to come in, because now you literally just have little slits in your skin. Can you suggest a good brand of sunscreen? Absolutely. So Urban Skin RX is a brand that is available online at CVS and at Target. They have a daily moisturizer that includes SPF, and I believe it's SPF 30, and the price point is about $15 if I'm not mistaken, anywhere from $15 to $20. But that is one, and it's supposed to be for all skin types. I've suggested it to clients and friends of all skin types and received good feedback thus far. So that would probably be my best suggestion, is the Urban Skin RX one. And it's actually geared towards skin of color, which I really appreciate, because someone took the time to think of us when making a skincare product. Would you use a scrub? Yes, I would use a scrub for lips as well. And that was going to be my next suggestion. Thank you, Jasmine. So my next suggestion is going to be lip scrubbing. I feel like when we exfoliate, somehow we just skip over our lips. And I know as women, we put a lot of lip products on, even lip gloss. You can put lip gloss on and still have dry lips. So this could be really good for your lips. However, if you are anything like me and on the sensitive side, a damp toothbrush could also be, you know, just as helpful, which is usually what I use, because I find that when I use products that are too abrasive to scrub my lips, I get like a split on my lips, or they'll get swollen. So you can kind of, you know, based on what your skin is like and what you've experienced personally for your skin, you can kind of play that by ear. Did anyone have any other questions? I'm just having a ball over here. I'm about to have some good old soft hands. You all can ask away. Any questions, concerns, things that you've always wanted to ask but never had someone to ask? And see, I have all of this aloe leaf left. That's also why I love aloe, because one leaf goes a long, long way. Hello, how are you today? Does anyone else have any questions? Baking soda. I'm glad you asked about baking soda. I would not suggest using baking soda, at least not on your face, but I feel like even on your body, it can be very, very rough. And unfortunately, I had to be the guinea pig to figure that out. Baking soda changes the acidity of your skin drastically, which is why it can cause like a great deal of inflammation. So I would not suggest, if you're looking for like a product in your kitchen to use, I wouldn't go for the baking soda. And I know plenty of YouTubers have and do and will continue to do so, but I personally don't suggest baking soda. Just not the best option. What products are good for the chin area due to hormonal breakouts? I know we were testing them before the quarantine. That is a good question, Keisha. Thank you. So Keisha asked what products are good for hormonal breakouts, which I'm currently experiencing right now. And to be honest, the thing about hormonal breakouts is that you really don't know. You don't know what the cause is. So seeing a dermatologist if you're having hormonal breakouts is a good idea, which is obviously difficult right now because nobody really can go much of anywhere. But I personally have been doing the apple cider vinegar to help cleanse out my body. I also have been upping my water intake. I've been testing out some other things to see how well they work so I can make those suggestions for other people. But yeah, with the hormonal, you just got to make sure your skin is being cleansed and hydrated properly so that you maintain a healthy barrier function while dealing with that. But also just make sure that, you know, you're checking to make sure you're not eating too much sugar, which is crazy during this time because I'm sure we're all snacking like crazy. Or if you aren't, I am. And my skin is showing it right now, but it's okay. I definitely am trying to figure that out as well, Keisha. So thank you. If anybody else is dealing with hormonal acne, just know, be patient with yourself because it's not something that happened overnight. It's not something that's going to go away overnight. It's something that you, one, have to buckle down and figure out what the causes for you are. And it can be stress. It can be age. Women in the age range between 25 and 30. Is it 30? Actually, no. 25 and 35. That age range of women are very, very likely to experience hormonal acne. I think it's 1 in 4, which would be 25%. So 25% of women are going to experience hormonal acne in that 25 to 35 age range, which is wild and interesting for me because I've had normal skin my whole life, a breakout here and there like anyone else, but never like this. So I'm taking this journey one step at a time and really just trying to figure out what I can do and what I'm doing that works so I can help other people with that as well. Let me see. What's good for discoloration? So for discoloration, sunscreen for one, if you aren't already using it, is going to be the first step that you need to do. Because anything beyond that is going to be honestly a waste of your time if you aren't using sunscreen to protect your skin. Let me see. How often do you apply the sunscreen during the day? So sunscreen you would apply in the morning, 30 minutes before you leave out of the house, at least 30 minutes before you leave out of the house. There are sunscreens in like makeup form for my ladies if you want to apply that on top of your makeup throughout the day so that you still have that protection. I believe there are even like mists that have SPF in them to help protect you throughout the day. But just that time in the morning, unless you're not wearing any makeup, if you're not wearing anything, you can feel free to apply it a second time. I know like when you go to the beach and stuff, you're supposed to apply ever so often. But if you're applying it to your skin and you have makeup on, that's not really possible unless you're using a makeup product to set it. Do you need different products for morning and night? So your products for morning and night are going to differ slightly. If you're using, say, a serum, you may use something a little bit more hydrating during the day and something a little bit more restorative at night. I personally do that. I use what do I use in the day? Because I have so many daggone products. I use a hyaluronic acid during the day, and then 2 days a week I use a retinol product at night. And then also your moisturizers are going to differ from day to night. So if you all go out and purchase a moisturizer with SPF, you can then use the aloe as your nighttime moisturizer because you don't want to apply SPF at night. You don't want that sitting on your skin overnight. What should I use for my dark marks and acne scars on my face? So for dark marks and acne scars, again, you can use SPF. But exfoliating regularly helps as well. Just make sure that you're not using an exfoliant, again, that is super aggressive on your skin. A good one to try would be the Daily Microfoliant by Dermalogica. They have small ones at Ulta that I believe are like $12. That is one exfoliant that's good for anyone, no matter your skin type. It's gentle enough for the most gentle skin, but effective enough for, problem skin. So that one is really good. And I can also leave that on, I'll put that in the story on Skin Sense so that anyone that's interested can check that out as well. It's really good. Let's see. Also for your dark spots, vitamin C. Vitamin C is something that everyone should eventually have in their skincare regimen. But if you don't have a regimen to begin with, I don't want you to be like, okay, let me go find a vitamin C. We got to start with like the basics, like cleanser, toner, moisturizer. But if you already have those things in your regimen, I would definitely suggest that you add a vitamin C. Hi, Chu. What exfoliants work best for dark spots, physical or chemical? It honestly depends. The ingredients of your exfoliants can make them more effective, if that makes sense. So like the one that I just suggested is a rice-based exfoliant. So when you use it, it comes out looking like it might be a physical exfoliant, but you actually add water to emulsify it, and it's a chemical exfoliant. Excuse me. But the ingredients of the actual exfoliant are what make it work so well. So I wouldn't say that a physical would work better than a chemical or vice versa. It really just depends on the ingredients. And that's something that's really important as a consumer as well, is looking beyond what the label says and actually diving a little bit more into the ingredients of your products, because they definitely make a difference in how effective they'll be for you. What's the difference between microdermabrasion and a peel? So microdermabrasion is actually when they use a diamond tip to physically exfoliate the skin. How can I explain it? It kind of would be like scraping the skin, but you can't see it because it's so tiny. A peel is just going to be an intentional injury of the skin done with chemicals. So I've never had microderm because you can't get it in Maryland unless you go to an actual doctor. But I have had a peel before, multiple times actually, and sensitive skin and all, my peels actually were very, very helpful for my skin. So if that's something you're considering, microderm and peels, I would definitely give that a go. Hi, Corinne. Is there alternate you would recommend for people who are sensitive to vitamin C? Yes, ma'am. So if you're sensitive to vitamin C, retinol may be a good option for you. However, a lot of people are sensitive to retinol. So that's something that you would have to play by ear. And I would definitely suggest patch testing before you decide to just do that all over your face. Kojic acid is really good for hyperpigmentation as well. But again, I feel like that's something that people are really reactive to sometimes. So that's something that you may want to, again, patch test. Come on, questions. I love all these questions. Let's see. Hi. Let me see. So I'm getting all these ads to do a microdermabrasion at home. Should I buy them? I would not do a microdermabrasion, excuse me, at home. If it is a service that a professional provides, there's a reason that typically professionals provide it, because there are other factors that come into play when doing or receiving those services. And I know, like I was saying with microderm, it's literally scraping your skin. So with that comes sanitation things that you have to keep in mind, products that follow that you have to keep in mind. So if you want to get microderm, I would look into seeking a professional for that. I wouldn't purchase the one that you can do at home. And I know YouTube make it look so cute and fun until something happens, and then no, please don't do that. Let me see. Do you recommend at-home chemical peels? I don't recommend at-home chemical peels either, because again, it is a intentional damage to the skin, which means that afterwards, well, before, first of all, you have to prep the skin to know, you have to prep the skin. You have to know what your skin specifically can and cannot deal with. If you have medications that you're taking, or if you have ongoing skin conditions, all of those things play a factor in what you would be receiving when it comes to chemical peels or microdermabrasion. So if you're doing a chemical peel at home, unless you're an esthetician or dermatologist and you are knowledgeable about all of the factors involved, I really wouldn't suggest doing it at home, because you could burn yourself. You could cause inflammation to, if you have anything that's already inflamed, you could cause that to be worse. There are just so many things that could happen adversely versus what you were looking for to be your goal if you do like an at-home peel. Regular exfoliation is perfectly fine, but when you start dealing with chemicals, I definitely wouldn't do that at home. Hello. Welcome. Did I answer everyone's questions? Oh, yes, Scrub. I'm still sitting here just scrubbing my hands like it's, not a thing. My hand's going to be so soft when I'm done, y'all. For those of you that are just joining us, I have a sugar and olive oil scrub on my hands. And I'm just sitting here scrubbing away. My hands could use some love. They haven't seen a nail salon in a few months. Did anyone else have any questions? And if anyone has questions that are specific to them, like very specific to them, feel free to send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Either or is fine. And we can discuss that a little more. If getting a service is something that you're interested in, we can discuss that a little more as well. Whatever works for you works for me. No problem. Thank you. How can the beard gang exfoliate? So the beard game can exfoliate with an exfoliation brush, especially if you have a longer beard. If you have a shorter one, you can get in there with something that's a little abrasive, but I would just concentrate it on that area and not do the whole face. But typically, if you have like a long beard, one, you can get in there with your hands, but also you can get in there with those little like handheld brushes. It doesn't have to be like a Clarisonic or anything like that. Just the little handheld facial brushes, because the bristles will get down in between the hair and exfoliate that skin. What about ACV for toning? So I do not suggest ACV for toning, only because the acidity levels of the ACV, especially if you're just using it alone, are out of this world. And the likelihood of your skin reacting to it is highly likely. So I don't really suggest it for toning, which is why I was saying that, like, if you take it as a drink, it can still give you the same benefits, but you don't have to put it directly on your skin. Anything like lemons, oranges, vinegar, all of those things are really acidic. And when people use them in, you know, DIY things for your skin, that acid can really go left. So if you want to try that, you can, but I wouldn't suggest doing that. Let me see. No base products for facial beyond aloe vera. So the first product that I suggested was just water, because I know we don't drink enough of it. And then, let's see, for facial beyond aloe vera. The second product that I suggested was the aloe. And then I spoke about apple cider vinegar and using it as a drink versus topically. So I'm going to put a recipe for this on Skyn Sense so that you all can see what I do, because I use this. I try to do it twice a day, but realistically every morning. It also gives you energy. I don't really know what the science behind that is, but it also gives me a boost of energy. That over a consistent period of time is going to be amazing for your skin. And then I also covered just a little at-home exfoliant, which is brown sugar and olive oil. And that's what I'm sitting here with on my hands, and I just keep scrubbing away. But that, I would not suggest using that on your face, just on your body. You can also use it on your lips, but not like on the actual skin on your face. See, can you use olive oil and sugar scrub on your feet? Yes, you can put it on your feet. Absolutely. You can use it, literally, I would use it on every part of the body except obviously your private areas. Please don't use it there. And your actual face. You can use it on your hands, your feet, elbows, kneecaps, thighs, back, all of those places. You can scrub away. Yes, absolutely. My hand's gonna be so soft when I'm done this. Also, you guys, again, if you don't have olive oil, which I know a lot of people cook with olive oil, if you don't have olive oil, you can use coconut oil, just melt it down. Coconut oil can be really comedogenic, which just means that it's likely to cause congestion in the skin. So that's not ideal, but if that's all you have, give it a go, by all means. Yes, because the toes get real when the salons are not open. So yes, you can scrub a dub this all up on your toes. Absolutely. Does anyone else have questions? Let me see. How can you get lighter underarms and elbows, knees, etc. areas a little darker? That is a great question. Okay. And as a former tomboy, I've had to figure that out. So regular exfoliation, for one, is going to be so helpful in lightening those areas. Also for, the underarms specifically, waxing as opposed to shaving is going to help to lighten those areas. And the exfoliant that I mentioned a little earlier, the daily microfoliant, actually is really helpful for lightening areas that are dark. I've used it on my kneecaps, my elbows, my underarms. I literally use it everywhere, and it definitely made a difference. What to use to tighten and declog pores? Typically a clay-based mask. I know a lot of people like Aztec clay, but most people use apple cider vinegar in it, which is why I don't suggest it, because of the acid. But if you want to try it maybe with water, so you can still reap the benefits of clay, or maybe use very little apple cider vinegar and mostly water, you can give that a try and see how that works for you. But anything that's clay-based, so if you have a mask or a cleanser at home that is clay-based, that will definitely help with declogging your pores. And once you get that congestion out of your pores, it will allow them to tighten a bit. Hi, friend. Yes, if you use this in the shower, yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all use the scrub in the shower, also when you use the scrub first and then shower, because it may leave a slight residue on your skin, but your skin's going to be soft as a baby's bottom. Okay. Hello. Does anyone else have any questions? I think I'm going to wrap this up for today. And again, everyone that's asked a question, just to let you know, you have been entered into a raffle. So if you get a message, you've probably won. Also, the keyword for today, for anyone that missed it earlier, is self-care. It's okay. We're going to have it up on the page so you can view it later if you need to. I'm so late. It is A-okay. It will be up to view. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed today. I was a nervous wreck before I got here. I still might be, we don't really know, but I appreciate you all taking the time to come and spend some of your time with me today. So if everyone has asked all their questions, I think that I'm going to finish up for today. I hope this was helpful. If you find that you have any other questions later, feel free to contact me at Skyn. And for those of you on Facebook, you can contact me at Morgan Renee Skyn. And I think that is all for today. I had a good time. I hope you all had a good time too. Hopefully we'll be seeing each other soon. Until then, stay safe. Thank you. Thank you for coming and join me. Until then, stay safe. Drink your water. Exfoliate that skin. And I'll see you later. Bye. Bye, Facebook.